Get my hoodie on here. It's a little chilly. Man, oh man, here we go again. We are back with some second channel action. Now, I may have stood here for a couple minutes and goo-gooed and gaw-gawed over that thing. Just yesterday, I got the body mocked up on that chassis, and that was the main channel video, obviously, this previous week. And I told you at the end of it that I was probably gonna take this Friday and do a second channel video. That way next week we're just good to go. So I was like, what can we do for a second channel video? Well, what we can do is something I've been needing to do for a while. It's just very hard because this is, I don't know what kind of job we're getting into. So on the second channel, y'all have seen me probably replace a coil on my mom's Trailblazer. It was running bad, had a misfire. And then shortly after that, it started having some type of transmission shifting issue. I put a scanner on it, made sure it wasn't like a shift solenoid, made sure it wasn't a couple other things. And after talking to my trans builder, and I don't even remember what it was doing, so I can't even begin to lie to you. At the time when I knew exactly what it was doing, talking to him, he said either this or that's bad in the transmission. He knows what it is. Maybe it would go in first and second, but I don't think it would go to third and fourth. So against my better judgment, you know, we're just gonna go see if we can get it started at my mom's house and drive it here. And then once we get it here, it's operation, pull the transmission. My mom loves this Trailblazer. Something about it, she just enjoys it. Now this is her backup vehicle, so that it's not like they've had to have it, they just like to have it kind of thing. Well, sometimes they need it. So yeah, anyhow, she said she loves that Trailblazer. She'd love to get it back on the road. So we're gonna see if we can't get the transmission out, or then it'll go to the builder. And of course we'll be waiting on him at that point. But step one will be to get her out. Before I leave, I gotta measure something real quick on this. We're getting ready to sheet metal this next week, and part of sheet metaling, we kind of need to know where our shifter's at. This is so small. Y'all have seen me build my own shifters before. Only problem with that is they don't have a lockout, and this is so small that if you have a passenger with you, the likelihood of that shifter accidentally getting bumped is probably a lot higher than something this confined. So I think I'm gonna buy just a low car one that mounts to the transmission. I just gotta kind of decide what height I want. And I'm undecisive, so I'm gonna take a picture of that and maybe send it to Slick and a couple other people and ask them kind of their opinion. I don't want it too tall, I don't want it obnoxious, just whatever looks right. We're gonna take our old tow roller here. Got the jumper cables, actually brought an extra battery for it too, just in case. We can't fix it with locking pliers, it's unfixable. Tow roller rides! Woo! Driving into the sun's my favorite, but we made it. We're right up here behind it. We meet again, old Trailblazer, old trusty friend. Oh, water pump. That was something else that had gone out on this rig at one point. Really? That's where the batteries hid? Oh, or at least we can get to the side post, I guess. I brought the old jumper cables. The tow roller ain't known for her excessive charging power though. What's on there? Oil? Where's that oil coming from? It's all over the top. Yeah, don't worry about it. Tow roller's sounding a little rough nowadays. She's sparking. Something's on. Those little covers are stupid. Makes it where you can't get on it. Well, we'll let her sit here and charge for a few minutes. I don't think her battery was dead. We were assuming it was gonna be, but you know what assuming does. That thing cranked up way too easy. God bless it, guys. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. All right, let's see what happens now. I just left there. This thing fired up amazing for sitting. I still don't think the battery was dead myself. So last time I went and drove this and she was having problems, you couldn't take off. We're in drive right now. The only way I could get it to go at all was to shift down to first. And we just shifted first to second. Huh. All right. it seems to be operating like a normal transmission. It's this is driving like a perfectly normal car. It was not doing this last time. Well, this don't make me feel better about it. Like I said, I remember there's a couple things people said it could be, but I hooked Uncle Rick's like $10,000 scanner to it that looks for everything. I showed no codes because some people are saying, I don't know, there are certain things it could be, but we had nothing to indicate that any of that was the problem. Different sensors, solenoids, whatever, you know. This thing's just driving perfect right now, though. It really has me confused. There it goes. Now it's messing up. I'm doing some stop and going, getting down to a stop and then trying to give it gas. And it's like it's not wanting to downshift. It's staying in a higher gear there. Yeah, okay. It don't make me feel better. I mean, obviously we got to fix it, but oh yeah, she's doing all kinds of funky stuff. Okay. We're gonna pull it. It's gonna be real hard to go pull the transmission when the thing drives to the house fine. See, I just shifted her down to first for her, so something's going on. We got her in race mode now, folks. I've shifted it from first to second and it won't shift, so we just got her wound up in first. We're letting anyone know, you know, you want to line up next to me. She's wound up tight. That's exactly what it was doing before. We can take off in first, we got to get her wound up, and then you got to shift to third or something. Y'all want some? Who wants to race me, huh? Who wants to mess with this old 6 cylinders of fury, huh? Woo! 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 Hey, we got her in third. It's pretty good. We were just going 55 in first. Well, we made it. About halfway through, I bumped her back up to just drive, and it acted like a normal car for the most way here. But I think it was during the summer times when it's nice and hot, and I'm sure as we continue to get this transmission hot, we'd probably have more problems. So let's see if we can't get this baby up in the air. Before we disconnect the battery, get our lift positioned. Just in case we need to move the car forward, I'm still not very good at usually getting this thing where it needs to be. I'm getting better. Just like anything and everything in life, it just takes practice. Come position to this thing, because over there, the gas tank hugs the frame rail. I think we should be good right in there. Yeah, she's pretty good. Definitely want to disconnect our battery. I'm gonna tuck it down. My luck, it would pop back up there and just barely touch it, and we'd start arcing and sparking. Speaking of which, a minute ago, when I was taking the jumper cables off this or whatever, we're sitting there talking to my mom. The tow roller just died. I was like, what the hell? The positive is so loose on it that when I picked the jumper cable up off the tow roller, it pulled the terminal up off there, but then I guess it fell back down and was just barely touching it and keeping it running. So we were sitting there, and I guess it vibrated enough where it moved, and we were sitting there talking, and the tow roller just died. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, that'd be my luck. Your car fired right up. Now mine won't even get back home. Well, we got her up there now. How's this thing looking? Holy bolts. Just 1,000,001 to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 1,500. Exhaust right in the way, of course. Oh, well, that's not actually part of the frame, is it? Yeah, it kinda is. We'll put some supports underneath it. Should be okay. How do you just get through this to the torque converter bolts? There's not an inspection cover. I don't know what I'm looking at here, folks. Get some stabilization up in the situation. I've never looked underneath one of these. She is a parallel. Well, no, actually it ain't exactly parallel because there's a little bit of angle on that upper bar. But she's 4-linked with a panhard bar. Coils in the rear. Obviously shocks right there on the back. Little sway bar. Exhaust that's nice and flattened out to be able to tuck and clear all that stuff. Just a regular old 10 bolt. Muffler from, good golly, off a big rig. This is Dale. Look at that thing. It goes from the back door of the front door to the rear of the back door, or whatever I was trying to say there. Holy flange! I got a 2-bolt flange that ain't playing. Of course, big old exhaust on it because she is 6-cylinder. So they're flowing all of that through one big old pipe, I reckon. And that exhaust hanger, good golly. 3/16 cast aluminum, made sure that wasn't going nowhere. All right, I don't know what to do besides just start pulling. That ain't gonna work. Luckily for me, all my ratcheting wrenches skip 11 millimeter. There you go, step 1, pull the drive shaft. That one had the casserole on it. That one had the green bean casserole. Right. Oh no. Don't tell me. Nah, we can fish it out. Well, we got a little bit of fluid out of there. The damn thing is, that fluid looks really nice. Whoever my mom had bought this off of claimed the transmission had been rebuilt not too long ago. And it's fairly clean in there, but I'm gonna just have to call BS. Now really, I mean, it looks pretty nice. This thing may have been rebuilt. Dang, I guess I'm just realizing how clean the oil pan and motor and everything is on this rig. She looks pretty dang good underneath here. They put brackets off the transmission to hold hard lines that need to stay on the body. That's smart. I know these shifter switches, as far as on like Silverados or Yukons or whatever, they're pretty bad about breaking. There we go. That come apart really easy. And for this, maybe we pull that. It's easy enough. Then that almost looks coupled right in there. I think I'm just gonna take that off and pull that lever. Pot County speed wrench, pops are free, no problem. Come on, baby. Be good to me. Come on. All right. What do we do here? Oh, squeeze our tangs. Squeeze the tang. Got it. All right, I see what's behind door number 1 here. There's the flex plate. Oh, and then there's a rubber cover on this side. So I'm sure this pulls out of here as well. I said, I'm sure this pulls out of here as well. Maybe it don't. Not really a good way to be able to spin that sucker other than to push like that and hope that when we go to hit some compression that I can still spin it. Well, that ain't the best way to pry, but it's working. Pretty close right there. Yeah, y'all can see your first bolt there maybe. It should be lined up over here. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Oh, don't look. That little edge of that cross member is not very forgiving. I took enough skin off where I seen fresh lines in my tattoos. Gross me out. She's a 15 millimeter. As long as you don't knock the skin off your hand, it's really not too bad to get to. Here's bolt number 1. Got my technique down there. That wasn't too bad. Yeah! Whew, biscuits. Yeah, she gave a little. All right. Good golly. Bolt number 2. Oh, bolt number 3. All right. With all 3 of them out the way, I'm gonna get as many of these bell housing bolts as I can. Well, the 1/2-inch adapter to the daddy long stroke chrome job ain't gonna get it done, is it? Dang. These ones are hard to get the socket on straight. Oh, y'all just, ow, shit-talkie mushrooms, that hurt. Ironically, I just popped up there to say y'all got hit in the face, and I got hit on the head. Ow. Let's get a better battery. Oh, we got that one. All we needed was the 7-foot extension kit. I think that's about what we can get to on our bell housing bolts without dropping the rear some. Guys, I've pulled a lot of transmissions laying on my back, whether it be out of the little mini trucks or C10s, whatever, since I was a teenager working on vehicles. This is the first time I've ever pulled a transmission using a lift. I will say, so far, I'm a fan. Mainly just being able to get your tools and walk in and out, not crawling up and down, getting under. Man, what a difference. I just figured it'd be a good time to say, thank you guys for being here, watching. Now, I don't like that some people have the mentality that they somehow made me, because it took a lot of hard work to get where we're at. But obviously, I need you guys watching. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We were gonna get here one day. It may not have been this soon. I may have been 40 before I got me a lift, but it was gonna happen. I'm just so thankful y'all are here, and I didn't have to wait till I was 40. And I guarantee you, my back thanks you as well. All right, a cross member here, boop, 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 boop. Got the two out the mount, our two nuts there, but we got 2 bolts going through up here. 2 through bolts on each side. Big hefty units. Had to get all of our nuts pulled, a couple of the bolts, but to pull our other 2, when we pull them, that thing should start dropping. So we need to support our transmission. To do that, we're gonna use one of these that I've never used before in my life. Cotton Eye Joe, where did you come from? Where did you go? Something, something, Cotton Eye Joe. Something, something, that's as high as it goes. Oh, and it's pissing hydraulic fluid out the bottom. We're off to a good start. We used it one time, that's what we want to see. I don't want to lower the car down, it barely fit as is. I mean, my head hits the frame right here. Just because we have proper tools don't mean we got to use tools proper. Now we're thinking we can wood block it, right? Maybe enough to get her where we want it, and then we can reevaluate whenever we get her dropped down some. Don't forget, we still got bell housing bolts to get to. All right, we got it. I seen it pick up some. Boop, little gap right there, that's what we're after. Pry up on that ABS modulator valve decider, power stopper 450, just a hair. We can pull that out of there. Cross member is free as can be. She's as free as can be. What Michael Jackson say? Ooh! All right. Cast aluminum bracket deluxe. Probably want to get that off. That's not the front, that's the back. Y'all see that? They think that's the front of the transmission. Oh, that come out of there. That thing's that close to coming off there, but don't. I refuse to believe it. It may be so. Oh, just roll it off there, dummy. Can y'all see this? Just in case you ever need to pull your transmission out your Trailblazer, when you go put it back in, you may get confused. You may not know which way's the front, which way's the rear. Well, this right here is going to let you know, okay? This is the front of your transmission that way. Just read the arrows. So don't put this thing backwards and try to put it up in here. It told you how to put it in there. I'm just playing, guys. That's this adapter bracket. You could take it off right there. That's just making sure you know which way that goes on there. It's just kind of funny. All right, I think we are free to drop her down a hair. This is our motor and transmission. As we drop it down, obviously she's gonna tilt. I think at that point we'll probably start getting some fluid out the booty of it, out the old tail shaft hole. So let's just try to drop her down and see if she's gonna drain for us some. All right, here we go. There's some. Does this thing have electric fan? No, it does not. So as we drop, because it's all connected to our motor, on the very front of our motor is our fan. So as that drops, motor tilts, fan comes up, hits shroud. We still did not get any fluid. This thing was shifting funny. Did anyone ever check to see if it had fluid in it? Come to find out, she just court low or something, you know. It don't matter at this point. We're too committed. She's coming apart. Way up there, y'all may not be able to see, but I can see some bell housing bolts. See 2 there, 1, 2 there. And then besides that, now that she's dropped down, looks like some of our wiring for our O2 sensors wrapped up with that bundle of wires for our transmission. We got this little bracket here. Oh, that just broke. Perfect. That's a vent tube. None of that. I think we'll be good as long as we get this one unplugged. Oh, that popped right off there. We definitely want to pop those lines out. Now I think all that crap will stay up. Yeah, nothing else is attached. Oh yeah, trans-cooler lines. Almost forgot about them up there. And on these, I think that little black sleeve just sits over. Yeah. And then there's a little wire clip that I don't remember how to pull off there, but I know it's there. Ah, almost had it. Got it. Just get that scribe underneath the little piece and pop her out of there. Kind of like a window clip retainer. All right, before we pull those out and let them start actually draining and making a mess, we'll probably try to get our bell housing bolts. Oh, I can see 3 on this side. That was a little tricky. Dipstick's in the way. We still need to pull it. Pulled all 3. A 19-foot extension kit never lets you down. Oh, except my socket's up there somewhere. Oh, how'd it get right there? Magic. The great Houdini strikes again. Had to pull out the big guns. All right, all those are out of there. I managed to gather them all, except the top 2. They're kind of still hanging out in there. Well, let's get the Sawzall and go on a little trip here. Going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship, going through the sky. Little Einsteins. I don't really know the song. I know it's an absolute banger and catchy though. You don't have kids, you don't know what I'm talking about. Just look it up, Little Einsteins. Looky there, perfect piece of scrap. I didn't even know I had a thinner piece. Let's go start us a fire. It's getting a little chilly in the shop. I jacked her up. Still ain't figured out how we're gonna get the dipstick out of there. But once we get this out, I was thinking, how could we prop up that motor? And I noticed that gap there and there. So I was hoping we could do something like that and get that wedged in between there to keep our motor from hanging once we pull this. And yeah, we jack her up enough. That right there is good. I popped our lines out, really didn't get a lot of fluid. And guys, I know I was joking that may have been low on fluid, but obviously that was about the first thing we checked when it started having issues. Not only did we check it, we double, triple checked it. So next, I want to get this actually up underneath here, so the whole vehicle needs to come down. I took a pry bar, wedged it across there to hold that. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got to remove everything. We need to bring the car down to the next set of locks. Hey, ho, bring it down now. Oh, oh. I brought it down. Got our little safety things back in. Jack is actually directly on the pin now. temporary cross member out. I still did not pull the dipstick. I'm kind of hoping as we drop some, start to wiggle it back, I can somehow get her popped out of there. No, I don't think, it shouldn't be bolted in. Drop her down a little bit there and start to see what happens here. I pulled back on it, just using our pry bar and wiggling. Something just gave. Oh yeah, dipstick's popped up out. I think we're free, guys. Yeah, don't worry. Now she wants to leak. Torque converter stuff up there looks clear. Should have expected that, I reckon. Our top two bell housing bolts, I couldn't get them earlier. And I think just now they were in a bind up there. There's some type of tubes that run across there and clamp in with them. So we were dropping that. I think that was just, they were free obviously, but yank, getting kinked up. That's a problem because she's dropping straight down now. No glove, no love. I'm gonna put that on the thingy. She's free. If y'all seen that, but I tried to knock that off there. The stupid chain's just getting in the way. Boom. That's probably the easiest transmission pull I've ever done. And up underneath here, we're gonna take our little jack thingy and pick her motor up, slide her piece of wood in, and let her back down. That's just a little bit more of a natural position. Hey, I told you I was gonna pull that piece off there. Our drive shaft, I just pulled it forward and then zip tied it to our two cross members. I mean, we could pull it out of there, but there ain't no sense in fishing it out when we can just leave her in there. Ew, I kicked that earlier, knocked her plumb over here to Nantucket. Next up, and I'll explain what's going on in a minute. Let's see what the chances are that the El Camino wants to fire up. She ain't hardly got no fuel in her. Still try. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. She's flooded. Or she out of fuel. Come on, baby. Ah. Well, hell. We'll just borrow from this fuel system. Rear wheel's rubbing a little. I also forgot this thing had rubbing brakes up front, or dragging brakes. She's getting it though. Go, baby! Get up that hill. Save a little fuel for when we load it. I know you're thinking, what do you mean when you load it? Yeah, I said when we load it. She's going to D&H Classics, folks. Now, don't be too upset with me. When I found that, the way that worked out, I got real excited about it, and then some plans changed. And I can explain that more in the future. And we will, I guess, but right now, the short story is we didn't plan on finding a black Mercedes, and I've basically chosen the black Mercedes over the El Camino. Oh, fuel pump's just chugging away. We're turning that headlight switch off. No Kragers were included in this deal making, okay? Also, what I didn't tell you was when we're down there, we're going to pick something else up since we're going to have an empty trailer. Oh, that wasn't very smart, was it? Put a flat on there, that way your jack gets trapped. Just swap to the old manual jack, no problem. Man, this thing did fire up good. Still has the carburetor problems. But I think if someone put a good carburetor on this, they'd have them real good running the El Camino. Pull the fatty McFats off the back. Considering we're on all flats and our exhaust is rubbing the ground already, I don't think this is going to go too well. But Mama didn't raise no punk, so we're going to go for it. That went way better than I thought it was gonna. Now that was just going good until it wasn't. The front end was way over that way, just on the edge of the trailer. Went to pull it this way, and on that last click, I was like, that's enough. I can't get the ratchet strap off. No good. There we go. There's old Bill with a soda pop. Y'all thought I was going on a road trip alone? Where you going, Bill? Yeah, we got a little trade deal going. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go inside there.
What are you looking for in there?
What's in there?
You can't go in there until I got the camera on you. All right, we've knocked the progress out on the Model A in basically 2 days, so Bill ain't been out here. So it's his first time getting to see Hot Rod in here. Look at this bad girl. Not quite the old man car you seen last time, huh?
Yeah. Rode in it.
It looked like it was ready for parades last time.
Parade car. Cool.
Looking pretty good. Bill approved.
Well, that looks all familiar.
Just going down that road on yours.
Yeah.
We still ain't showed y'all Bill's truck. Maybe one day. Didn't we say that like 6 or 7 months ago? Maybe one day.
Stuff like that.
It felt a little wrong stripping down a pretty good car.
It's nice, you know what I mean? It's not like it's...
No, it's gonna make a nice hot rod now.
Yeah.
So I had to cut out that whole back pan area.
And you got a good body.
But I get to build it back now. You know, obviously I'm a sheet metaler all in.
Right.
But yeah, no, this thing has a little rust right up there on the wheel well, you see, at the top of the arc. Yeah. And then a little bit on the lower side that I'll probably fix. But it'd probably never be a problem.
That one spot, and then yeah, where it's bubbling a little bit.
She's a good car. She's pretty cheery. She just went from being a hot rod to hop rod. We made it, Bill. We made it. Got a nice day out. Oh, look at the old box truck they found with that like 57-ish front end on it. Dang, got the little Ford short wide with the nice little set of wheels on it with the diesel tank in the back. She's just a damn old work truck. So usually y'all will see Holden or Dylan, who I usually deal with. Holden is here today. This is his old Bill there. First time seeing that car. That thing is slammed. We're only losing a little bit of tranny fluid out the back where it was splashing on the trailer. What'd you call that earlier? Rust prevention?
Rust prevention.
Bill's going to find a place to go TT. He was having a good conversation with himself. He was plumb over there. He was still talking away. Old Bill's a good dude. And there's Holden coming ripping into town in a Suburban with some good patina. If I can get in here. Drove right off like a trooper, just like we knew she would. here's what we're picking up for me. New Lodestar chassis. Do you think, Bill, is she beefy enough? That is from a 2008 crew cab Chevrolet, 4-wheel drive, 1 ton. As you can see, she's 4-wheel drive. We're gonna lift the Lodestar and put mud tires on. Just playing. We're still gonna slam it down. I've been told you can take this whole front axle out, and then you unbolt those knuckles there. You can swap her to 2-wheel drive, no problem. This chassis looks a lot beefier than the 98 Chevy one we have. And of course, that one we were only $400 into it. This one we're doing a little swap-a-rooey on. Now this front end is for slick, and I don't even know what for. I don't know what Slick's got going on. But we're gonna try to move this because I don't know how we would get it picked up off there once we got it back home. Bill, I think we're gonna be able to pressure wash this, or maybe even just send it to the sandblaster as is and say, hey, blast what you can blast and paint what you can paint. And I bet that sucker would be a nice looking chassis underneath that Lodestar. You think she'll hold a Cummins?
Oh yeah.
Suspension bushings and stuff are all pretty good. Nothing's blown out. So I'm not joking. We may be able to just have him blast what he can blast and paint what he can paint. Quick, easy build.
Stick a fork through it. I never know where they're at.
Someone parked in a bad spot. Yeah, you can pull it up, Bill. All right, he's probably all right, I guess. Good job chaining it. That thing's sweet, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice just to be able to pick up cars and move them? We're gonna get this loaded and then see what's going on with our front end, if we got room for Slick's junk or not. Look at the exhaust on that sucker. Big old 4-inch with a 4-bolt flange. We may end up running the exhaust, who knows? Bill, if man, you were loading this, we would have had to back up to it, winch her on, maybe shove it this way, shove it that way. She's trying to roll away, guys. Had to do a little directing there. Got her fender just a hair. Just a little custom body work, no big deal. Smack that with a hammer and straighten her out. Get us a little bougie water here. We got her strapped down. That's a big old chassis, guys. Put her on that 20-foot trailer and it shows the size of it real quick. Do you know which 700 R4 I'm supposed to take? Dang, gonna be fancy and finally put a dust shield on something maybe? I doubt it. No need to start today. Oh yeah. Got some of her good wiring. That's what we're after, guys. Yeah, let's sit on the fork.
Right.
I'm trying to be smart about saving my back. I think we're gonna need new TV cable, Bill. Yeah. So they were gonna actually come Monday and deliver this stuff to me. I don't know if I said that, but now if we get this one, I'm actually gonna holler at the transmission builder and see if there's possibility if we can go home. We'll ditch the chassis, ditch the trailer, and then with both transmission in the back of the truck, see if we can't get them dropped off to that guy. Then that makes it where I don't have to do nothing on Monday. Where if we waited, I was gonna have to wait till Monday to drop these off. That Ford's got a good look to it, being blue, white, blue. I'd drive the fire out of that. Oh, we got it. Our tires a little low. I've never put air in them once. She's still full of fluid, I guarantee you. Yeah.
If I can see it's recording.
Yep, if you can see me, it's recording. It's also recording these hand wipes here. Oh yeah. TKL hand wipe by the Sweet Patina.
Oh
you get
yeah.
nice greasy hands at the junkyard. You can just clean those babies up real quick. Don't mind the custom angle. That's a build professional recording job there. You want to get you some of these good hand cleaning wipes, just head over to sweetpatina.com and use that old promo code on the screen. All right, folks, we got a chassis, we got a tranny. We looked at the Suburban and the 54 just cause no, we're not buying. just looking, just enjoying the sights around here. And man,
You could take everybody there.
I'm just excited about this chassis we got behind us. Oh, that thing had some rear heater air rigged up in the top I just seen as we went to pull out. All right, folks, big shout out to the D&H Classics. Just always doing business with them. I like these guys, a couple young guys who are hungry and make crap happen. No excuses, they just work their tails off. That was our exit, Bill. the closed one. I don't know where we go from here. We just drive and hope for the best. Well, we had to loop through back there and get all kinds of turned around, but we figured it out. As we get closer to home here, me and Bill's noticed on this drive down there in back, there sure are a lot of fires. Smokey the Bear's disappointed in some folks, Bill.
Oh shit, it's right there.
Oh.
That shit.
Are the woods on fire? Yep. Yep. Firefighters out there right now, brush fire. Woo! If the grass is tan, don't start a fire. General rule of thumb. All right, got her backed up here. Got the Torola back from Mom's. She brought it over earlier, I guess. Backed in here to where the El Camino was, which is kind of going uphill, which could be good for us. Bill, with how that's kind of uphill, we may be able to shove that, because once it hits the dovetail, it's going to help us. It'll block it. Trying to weigh our options, because if it hits that and it takes off, the worst it can hit's a mower or a crane rack. Whoa, Betsy. Man, that sucker is heavy. Good golly, Miss Molly.
How's that?
Success. Get the trailer off, get the Torola out the way. She ain't really in the way, but she's sitting here running. So we'll just move her on down. Move her on down to Funky Town. Man, I know it don't seem like a whole lot, but like we've made really good progress today. To put the truck in four-wheel drive to finish getting up this, she starts spinning. Y'all know spinning ain't winning. Uh-oh. Can y'all tell we were on a big old hill? Which one of y'all's leaking, huh? It's all right, that'll keep tailgaters off you. I got our little rascal oil defense system back there, splash attacking everyone. We went up that hill and they don't want to get behind us right now.
Is he supposed to be here?
Yeah, I think he's here. I don't know. Me and Bill's just driving through the ghetto, okay? We took a wrong turn and we were in the wrong place. My transmission builder, he moved to a different shop. I didn't know that till he headed this way, and he sent me a new address. I didn't realize we had another hour drive the opposite way that we drove an hour earlier. We've been everywhere. Old tow pig here is about out of fuel, and I done put a full tank before we ever left out of town. It's dark, Bill. See the stars? We're having to go off moonlight there. Bill's looking at Orion's belt or something.
18 caliber.
Did you find you some treasure?
This is an old bullet laying in Lonnie's driveway.
You out of here?
Yeah.
See you, Bill.
Feed the dogs. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for tagging along today.
Oh, no problem.
See you, man. All right, guys, that's it. It's 8 something, I think, now. And yeah, we've been at her all day. Just a lot of drive time the second half of the day, unfortunately. But that's why I was pushing to get it all done today. That way that didn't carry into my Monday. So we got both transmissions delivered. Obviously that one pulled. El Camino dropped off. Chassis back here for us. All in all, a successful day. And I got to hang out with my buddy Bill. Y'all know, a lot of times when he comes over, if we're working, I mean, we're obviously focused on it. And then we're making videos, so we can't really have a lot of side conversations. So today, I got to hear all about it. Bill had all kinds of good stories for me. But I reckon that's it. I'm gonna head in, let's see, 7:55. I was wrong. Not quite 8 o'clock. However, thank you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Y'all come back here, especially on the second channel, to see some of the behind the scenes shenanigans and stuff. I'm on the Instagrammer, I'm on the Patreon, I'm on the Facebooker, pudinsfabshop.com for that good quality merchandise. And other than that, I don't know, I may have to stare at this thing for a minute before I walk out of here. But do not forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. I just realized the only thing I didn't finish getting done, I wanted to bag this stuff up and put it in there and get that shoved outside. But we can do that first thing Monday morning. Hot damn, there's so much BS-ery, we had to start a whole channel for all the extras. Be sure to go check out Puddin's Fab Shop if you ain't seen that baby yet. Come on!